So I will cue you. Go, Bob.
Okay, my name is Robert Smith, and I was in Taiwan for a couple of years, in the early 70s, and I cannot say enough good about Taiwan and the people. They were fine people, and I had a good time there. I went to Taipei several times. I lived in the middle of the island in CCK airport, Chinese airport, and went to Taipei to pick up a sport car that I ordered from Japan. Went to Taipei. It cost 7 cents on the air-conditioned train, and the money there, the NT, New Taiwan dollar, was 25 cents, and I got paid by the military, American military, at a good price. So the pay was good, and Taipei was real nice town. It was small at the time, but well compared to Seattle and Chicago and New York, but it was a nice town. I went to the National Museum, which Chiang Kai-shek brought most of the artifacts from mainland China. I went to the museum and to the National Palace where Chiang Kai-shek lived. And food, I enjoyed the food. Food was very good. I had a real good time in Taipei, my short stay there. As I said before, I lived in the middle of the island, so down to Kaohsiung to swim and fish, and to Taipei on the northern part of the island. So I was equidistant to both ends of the island, and I could go either way. And I enjoyed watching people bake their rice, fix the fields, make the rice, and watch the women thrash rice in the fields and on the street. It seemed rather odd, but they did thrash on the street. They put the rice, the plant on the street, let the cars run over it, and trucks run over it, and that way it separates the grain from the plants. I didn't eat the rice, but and on the street where the cars, the trucks ran over the rice, separate the rice from the plant, and shovel it up later on. Now I noticed a peculiar thing. There was a motorcycle rider came around the corner from the main street onto the street I lived on a motorcycle, and a truck ran over him and killed him. And he laid there for maybe 2 days so they could contact his next of kin, which is on the mainland. It took that long to find his relatives, notify him that the person was dead. But he lay there in the street all that time, covered up with a straw mat, and people going about their business like he was never there. And I went to work, and when I came back, he was still there, and people were walking by and paying no attention. My friend and I, a friend from the base and I, rented an apartment down in the town, local town, and behind a statue, large statue of Hotai, a Japanese call Hotai. I don't know what the Chinese call it. It's a big Buddha. Anyway, we had the upstairs and downstairs. We'd sit on the balcony, and in the morning, the vegetable cart would come by. We'd buy vegetables. At noontime, the meat man would come by. We'd buy meat. Afternoon, the pots and pans man would come around and repair pots and pans. And later in the evening, the watermelon man would come around and throw watermelon up to us on the balcony. We throw the money back down to him, and everything worked out real good. We could do all our shopping and never leave the house, never leave the apartment. We had a local schoolgirl come in, clean the house for us. She kept house and did some cooking for us. We did most of the cooking ourselves. And the old people lived across the alley from us, spoke Japanese, and my roommate spoke Japanese, so we got along real good. And the landlady lived next door. She spoke English, so we got along pretty good. And close by there was shopping area, we would call a shopping area. And on the other side, on the way to work, I passed the people do exercise every morning, the Tai Chi every morning in the courtyard, as it were, beside the hotel, and drive a little. We had a small car. We'd drive a little car, and the place I lived, the street I lived, was just about the size of one of our alleys, as far as size goes. And we survived 2 typhoons living in that apartment, and we got flooded out. The bottom floor got flooded, but we stayed upstairs, everything was okay. And we had a bag of rice, which was destroyed by the incoming water, but the neighbor took it and feed it to the chickens they had, so that made it okay. And we I ordered a sports car from Taipei, from Japan, picked up in Taipei, at the dock in Taipei, which was real nice. But I think I had the only sports car in the whole city. The rest of the Chinese, being poor folks, had either bicycles, motorcycles, or old run-down cars. But it was nice. And I picked up the sports car in Taipei, and on the way back, there was a Chinese taxi driver that came by me, and I told my partner in the car, about 2 blocks, we're going to see him wrapped around a pole somewhere, and about 2 blocks, sure enough, there he was, wrapped around a pole. I don't know if he was killed or just smashed up his car, but we wouldn't stop him. The police were there, so we didn't stop him. But he was speeding. They have no speed limits, I guess. They have no stoplights, no stop signs, no speed limit, and they don't know how to drive, apparently. Anyway, we went from there, went to a big park up in the mountains above Taipei, which was real nice. And way up in the mountains, there was a lake. And on that lake, somebody had built a boat. I mean, a boat that would seaworthy boat. It was a 2-masted schooner on the lake, way up in the mountain. How it got there, I don't know. And why they built it, I don't know. But anyway, we got drove back down, got the Cross Island Road, which is nothing more than a dirt road, really, mud, dirt. But we got back to the base, and still had gas left. So from there, went to a local bar, where a friend of mine, Chinese friend, owned a bar, and he had a big Harley motorcycle, and the motorcycle was as big as he was. And I had to help him climb up on the motorcycle, and he drove the motorcycle like he drove a car, which was bad, real bad. And we went to see a friend of his, and see another bar, and TV. And of course, they had Chinese TV shows. I didn't understand, but it was okay. And we went back down to the hometown where I ran into, or not ran into, but I met another Chinese man on a bicycle. He had a cone-shaped hat. It intrigued me, and I bought the hat from him for a nickel, and wore the hat for a long time. Of course, that old man had to drive home in the rain with no hat, which didn't mean much to me at the time, but he made it okay, I guess. Okay. And there are two TVs in here, one small one, one big one.